Yeah, YouTube, what's good? Back with another video. Hey, today's video topic is going to be in reference, what's that, sequel to the video I made, Are Relationships Worth It? Because I get a lot of questions. People be like, how do I know if it's a good relationship, or is she the one, and shit like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and give a little bit of my insight on it, just to kind of clear up a few of these questions I keep getting. So as far as this goes, it's all gonna, like I said in my last video, your frame that you come into the relationship with is going to shape how it goes, how it turns out, right? If you go into the relationship basing your ideals and the way that you are, you're trying to form your character and the things in your life around her, you're going into it in her frame. So she's going to be in a position of power, not you. And you as the man should be in a leadership position. You can't be a leader if you don't have no power, right? You're going into it from a beta perspective of it, trying to conform yourself to her whims or conform yourself to her idealistic type of man that she's, you know what I'm saying? You're following, you're trying to follow her in her job to she's moving to Utah or some shit for work. You know, she making more money than you, and she wants to move to Utah, and you're like, yeah, we can move to Utah. What the fuck? Why would you move to Utah? She should be moving with you. You should be the one, you know, setting the frame, but you're not in the position of power. So no, that's not a good relationship. That's not a quality mindset to go into. You moving in your frame, meaning that everything under the construct that you created, the world that you created, your house, your money, your job, your life, she's conforming to you, which is what she ultimately wants to do, right? She don't want you to be following her, or she doesn't want to be the leader. Patrice O'Neal said it the best. Girls don't want to win, they want a winner. They want a nigga that's already got it. They want a nigga that has their own frame, that has their own world that they can come into and be an accomplice to. I told you, a girl's dream, a girl's goal in life is just to be just totally immersed in her feminine essence. That's all she wants. She just wants to be feminine. And in order for her to be feminine, you need to be masculine. Genuinely, authentically masculine. And one of the things that you're gonna have to do, your purpose, your value in life is going to fall on how many problems can you solve, right? How many problems can you solve, right? So that all comes down to your provide, protect, the 4 P's: provide, protect, provision, and pound town, my nigga. Provide, protect, provision, and pound town, right? Provide. You have money to solve problems. You have money can solve problems. Oh, babe, my tire's flat. Boom, throw some money at it. Or you go out there and fix it yourself. Damn, right, we going to this, that. Boom, throw some money at it. Fix it. Protect. Somebody disrespect her. Let me pause it right here. You decide the extent of the altercation. All right? You decide the extent that the altercation will take. If something happens, it is up to you to decide the escalation of the altercation. Whether that be talking it out, removal, or you had to whoop a nigga ass. Alright? But you have to be capable of whooping somebody's ass. Right? There's no humility, there's no honor in walking away from a fight that you can't even win in the fucking first place. Alright? So, protection. Something happens, she gets into a situation, and you need to solve it. Can you whoop a nigga ass? Can you solve that problem? So, protection, provision, guidance. A lot of these bitches is like lost puppies. So you need to know something. You need to have life experience. You need to be able to teach a bitch something. Nothing is sexier to a bitch and more admirable and respectable, then she can learn. Then she can sit there, shut up in her feminine energy, and just learn from this dude that she admires so much. See, so you being masculine will keep her feminine, right? That's it right there. All right, you always want to keep her in her natural energy in the same way you should be moving. That's the whole thing about frame. All right. Trust in a relationship. Understand this very, very clear. There is no such thing as trust in a relationship as far as words go. So hear me. There is no such thing as trust in a relationship as far as it goes long term, right? What you trust, the trust is in the routine. The trust is in the habits, right? She trusts your habits and your routines. You get up, you go to work. After work, you go to the gym. After you go to the gym, you spend time doing whatever this is. And then boom, you come home. We do this. And boom, we go to bed and start it over the next day. And then on the weekends, you sitting here, or you might go out to watch the game somewhere at your friend, something like that. She falls in, as time goes on, you'll get comfortable and you'll build a routine that she believes in. That's the trust in the relationship. Y'all trust each other's routines and habits. Now, where and you can vouch, and everybody can vouch for it. Once a curveball gets thrown into the routine, or a habit starts to come about that is not that's not typical, that's not usual, now the eyebrows is raised, right? Because we are all creatures of habit. So on a daily, we see a million things that we, driving home from work is just habit. You just usual. And then one day you drive and you see a tree on the ground. That's not normal, right? So you'll start picking out things like, oh, the tree's down. Well, damn, how long has it been horses over there? I didn't know it was horses over there. You know what I'm saying? Now you're starting to pick up on every other thing because there's these small inconsistencies in your routine. It's the same thing with women. A lot of people be like, you get that gut feeling, or you get women's intuition. That ain't nothing more than your body and your mind, your subconscious reacting to habits around you that are out of the norm, things that are out of place, that you're not fully aware of yet, but something's in the air. You ever just had that? You just been sitting there feeling like, damn, I feel like something's wrong, and I can't put my finger on it. Yeah, that's your mind and your body connecting to tell you that there's some inconsistencies coming in your habits, and that's where the trust comes in. That's how most people get caught up cheating. It ain't because because they bitches don't cheat no different than niggas. They just don't cheat no different than niggas. They don't do nothing spectacular. It's the habits that you do. Bitches will start incorporating habits that seem normal. And we're not paying attention that much anyway. Like we're not as attentive to our girls as they are to us. So that's why when they cheat, it's more planned and decisive and shit like that. When we do it, it's more spur of the moment, and we haven't gave the illusion of the habit that nothing's going on. So that's the trust in the relationship falls on the habits, not the words. You always believe what a bitch do, not what a bitch say, right? That's your trust, right? And when it comes to the power dynamic in a relationship, it's always going to be flows, ebbs and flows, because the masculine and a good one of masculine and feminine energy should be in a flow. It should always be doing a dance. But on the regular, your masculine energy should always be in the lead, right? No matter what the percentages is. If it's 55, 45, 70, 30, 80, 20, whatever, the masculine should always be the leader of the dance. And understand with that too, like I said before, whoever cares the least is always in a position of power, right? That's why I say you can't really run game when it comes to this shit. It really has to be you. It has to be authentically and genuinely you, or this shit's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You'll be doing all these things and then she'll shit test you, this, that, and third. You all emotional. You care too much. She got you. You have no power. you're putty in her hands, right? And understand this too, because I get a lot of motherfuckers sitting here talking about the video I made about hypergamy. Understand this shit too. Please do, and understand it fucking clearly. Hypergamy is her natural essence. It's always going to be her natural state, right? Now, with that being said, she can always alter these. She can always alter this to not act on it. But trust me, it's always her natural state. The same way that our natural state as men is to want to get bitches, is to want to acquire the baddest bitches, acquire the best bitch that we can get and fuck. But on the note of that, we can always have the capacity to not act on it, right? So understand that her natural sense is hypergamy, to try to acquire the best and the top pick that she can get with her looks, and we're trying to fuck the top and best picks that we can get with our resources and looks and all these other things that we have to have, right? But just because that's our natural state doesn't mean we have to act on it. So get that clear too, fucking dweebs. All right, I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up because I keep getting distracted with shit that keep happening on my phone. But I'm gonna combine these last two: fire and desire in men's love versus women's love. Right? Fire and desire. You cannot force, and you cannot change. You cannot control genuine desire and genuine lust for you. You can't control that, right? If a bitch ain't into you, she's not into you. You can't change that. You could try to do all the shit that you think that she want. You could try to conform to her life. You could try to paint yourself in the light that she says that she wants a man to be in. But why is she going to fuck? Why is she gonna go fuck buddy with the Hellcat? And why is she gonna go fuck buddy with the abs and the muscles and the aggression and shit like that? Desire. You can't fight genuine desire. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, niggas always talk about mixed signals, or, you know, she playing games. Ain't no games being played. What I tell you, you don't listen to a bitch words, you follow her actions. Her words can say one thing, yeah, I want to meet up with you, I can't wait, you know, go chill, we can go to the movies, this, that, and the third. But what's her action showing you? She busy. I got something to do this week. What's her action showing you? Because I'm gonna tell you something too. If a bitch wanna fuck you, oh, she gonna fuck you. She's gonna find a way to fuck you. She's gonna. I told you in that shit that Stop Trying So Hard with Women video. A woman will make. If a woman is attracted or aroused by you, she wants your attention, you'll bump into her. I guarantee she'll make it. She'll make a way that she bumps into you. There will be no denial. She will find a way to get in your path. Just same way, if she wants that dick from you, she's gonna find a way to get it. Oh, trust and believe. So if she don't want it, she don't want it. So why are you trying so hard? Just move around. Right? You can't fight genuine desire and lust. You can't fight that, and you can't control it. You can't create it on your terms. You can't coerce her into. She has to want it. You can't force. I mean, you can put a gun to her head, but she's not going to be doing it out of desire or lust. She's going to be doing it because, you know, it's a gun to her head. Right? And lastly, men's love versus women's love. Guys, we do not love how women love. Let me say that again. Men, we do not love how women love. The movie, the Disney, the Goofy, the extra shit, that is not how we love. That's not the way we love. That's not the way we show affection, right? And then they'll try to shame you, and they'll try to give you this programming that, you know, you should be emotional. You should be able to talk about such and such. I don't think that's the case. And I don't believe and I don't personally believe that that's necessary to show to show my love or to show that I care about somebody or show, you know, my type of timing is action. The same way I told you don't trust the bitch words, trust the action. The same way I believe I'm a man of action. I show my care and love for people by the shit I do for you. I don't need to say it. I don't need to say it. I don't need to express it. I don't need to be overly emotional. I'm the type of nigga to handle business. I'm the type of nigga that just handles business. That's how we love. And then men too, when men do, like I said, you should never fall in love because you're not thinking clearly. But when men do fall in love, it's real. Men love harder than women. Why? Because men could love a woman that has nothing. Nothing. Men could be in love with a woman that has nothing. It's not the same on the other side. You need to have things. You need to have, it's a conditional love. And the faster you get that through your head, the better you'll be off. Like, you don't need to be mad about it. You just need to understand it. Right? Nobody's gonna love you like your mom. You know, she's the only one that has unconditional love for you because she created you. Right? Women's not that. They're always gonna have conditions for you to love them. So, you need to have conditions for them to be in your world, to be in your life, to be dealing with you, right? Know your value, know your worth. That's the biggest fear to the women's side, to the women's imperative, to the female perspective, is for a man who actually knows his worth, who knows his value, and is valuable, true into his masculinity. That's the biggest fear. Because now, the whole perspective and the female imperative has to conform to the male side. Just imagine if every male on the planet had the right mindset, the value, and was moving in their purpose and moving in their masculine. You think bitches wouldn't want? You think these powerful, strong bitches wouldn't be trying to fuck with niggas? You think they'd still be so rah-rah? No, they'd have to conform. Because their masculine is false. They would have to move back into their feminine to be dealing with these truly strong masculine men that's out here. Right? So men, we don't love like women. We don't love how women love. We don't love like the movies. We don't love the coochie coo and hand kisses and shit like that, and holding hands and butterflies and flowers and shit like that. That's the shit. Shit like that is what's programmed. That's the type of shit that we think we should be doing because somebody told us to, right? Somebody told you to buy her flowers, or somebody told you that's the right thing to do. But is that really what you want to do? Is that really the thing that shows your love for her? Right? And another thing too, don't ever think that your sacrifices that you make will be appreciated. I don't want it to sound like, you know, there's no hope or nothing like that, or it sounds like it's coming from a bitter side of it. It's not. I'm just giving y'all the facts and an awareness, having an awareness of it. There's good relationships and there's bad relationships. The bad relationships happen when you're unaware of it and then you're taken advantage of because of your lack of knowledge and understanding. Right? So, no matter all the sacrifices you can make and things like that you can do, you know, you can take on a single mom and adopt her kids and you can move them in with you and you can pay off her credit card debt and you can rotate her tires and you can this, that, and the third and her family loves you and her friends and shit, like whatever. All these sacrifices and stuff you've done, don't ever think that that they'll be appreciated to the level that you think. And then also too, don't think that hypergamy won't trump all of that shit. Desire won't trump all of that shit. Right? So you gotta get out of this mindset, this one-itis. I'm gonna talk on that shit tomorrow, one-itis. But you gotta get out of that mindset of she's the only one for me, my soulmate, this Disney fucking fairy tale Prince Charming and Princess Goofy shit. You gotta get out of that mindset. Right? You gotta get out of that mindset. Because it is detrimental and it is deadly to your growth. And it is deadly to you. To be sitting there. I told you before, I'm gonna end it after this, right? Women want men that other women want, right? Can we all agree on that? So the moment that you tell her, or that you disclose, or she believes that you can't acquire anybody, any other options, or that any women don't find you attractive, your power is lost. You know why? Because it takes away the competition anxiety and the thought of, oh, he can, another bitch that looks as good as me or better can possibly come and take my man, or wants my man. It's gone. You got comfortable, got complacent, and it's gone. So now that you have no power in the relationship, that you have no leverage, what do you think is going to happen? But like I said, I'm going to talk more on it all week. All week I'm back on talking about relationships. So one-itis, you look forward to one-itis in the fairy tale shit tomorrow. But right now, that's all I got for y'all, yo. Until next time, yo, it's Wolfgang Peak. It's Wolfgang Lifestyle. And I'm out.